And gun season is officially in full swing for deer hunters in New York. And let's face it, deer hunting is not everybody's sport. But some hunters will tell you the experience of getting up early in the morning, heading into the woods, and simply waiting for that one special shot is incomparable. This week I met George Bolander. He's a quadriplegic hunter, and he's on a mission to ensure individuals who are physically challenged can still enjoy the experience of hunting.
Are you gonna throw your head in the sand, man?
Between cable TV and the internet, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of reality shows about the joy of hunting. The sport isn't for the faint of heart, and some will even argue that it's unethical. But for George Bolander, hunting is a family tradition and a way of life.
I was born with a BB gun in my hand, basically. My uncle and I started into it back in, we're back in the early 70s. I would go out and shoot pheasant to bring home for what a lot of us, ate the table fare. And same thing with deer. I started deer hunting when it was legal and used to go on with deer, and when it was part of the thing I did. I just love being outdoors, the peacefulness of it, just serenity.
But Bolander's hunting days almost came to an end back in 1991 after a freak car accident.
Broke my neck and paralyzed from the chest down, and there's no use of my hands, just my arms, and I was laying in the hospital, figured out, part of my life I would have to give up.
Despite his condition, Bolander's wife Julie says after months in the hospital and weeks in therapy, her husband never stopped talking about hunting.
He really wanted to do it, and we knew he could do it, and he did too, I think. So we got together with a bow shop in Syracuse, and they were able to get a rig together.
A special hunting rig for disabled hunters who have little to no use of their hands. And with the help of his brother-in-law, a welder, detailed modifications were made to Bolander's new rig to make up for his lack of mobility. So after missing 2 years worth of hunting seasons after his accident, Bolander was back in the woods with his refined bow and arrow, doing what he loves most.
Put it in my mouth, and there's a hole, a feed sight on the string, and there's a sight out front. And all I gotta do is just line the shot up. I got a car universal joint out front that I can just swivel on that car universal joint. And if I need more, I can just swing my chair a little bit. And then all I do is just take and just pop the trigger off. I get one shot, but it's all you need if you're good enough, and I just get lucky. Once they pulled the trigger on my bow rig and hit the bullseye, and at about the third, fourth shot, it's like, it's not gone. And then my wheels started turning. Why can't we do gun next? And we did.
Bolander says he was and still is dependent on the help of family and friends, in particular his wife, to get him out in the woods for a day of hunting.
She'd take me back before work and draw the bow back and kiss me goodbye, go and take off to work, and then my father would come in like 10 o'clock to pick me up. It was during the week, during the morning. Yep. She's been a big, intricate part of me going out. Without her, I couldn't do any. I couldn't have done any of it.
Finding support in Western New York for disabled hunters was a challenge for Bolander. So he got together with a group of friends, and they started their own nonprofit, New York Outdoors Unlimited. The goal? To encourage and assist physically challenged area residents, including the blind, who have a passion for hunting.
I go visit them in their homes or in hospitals, and they basically threw the towel in. Even with me sitting there saying, you can do it. And then they, about a year later, after a lot of it's self-loathing and self-pity. When you get in an accident like this, it's hard not to. It's just, it takes everything away you had. And it'd be about a year later, 6 months later, they'd call me and say, hey, I could leave them a card to say, hey. And we'd setting them up, and they're back out there,
The group even raises funds to help pay for specialized hunting equipment and yearly group hunts, all in an effort to keep the dream alive.
As a hunter-helper, all you're going to do is help that person get into the blind.
Hold that side.
Got the cord. Okay, go ahead.
Stuck on that side.
You're going to set them up and watch. Cool.
Yep.
For turkey hunting, I'll call. I do a lot of scouting for George when I can.
Paul Juzak is the vice president of New York Outdoors Unlimited. He goes out on hunts with George Bolander and other disabled hunters in the group to assist.
I'm trying to get level ground, buddy.
You're helping that person get from the vehicle to the hunting blind, getting them set up, making sure they have everything they do, and just sit there and watch. I won't let you fall, buddy. game retrieval. If it's a deer, you're going to have to gut it for them and drag it to the vehicle. You know, then you have to help that person get back also.
There's another little one up here somewhere.
Bolander says the nonprofit serves as a reminder that even during the worst of times, there can be a light at the end of the tunnel.
We jokingly call ourselves gimps, and we'll pick on each other and do stuff like that. Where normal, we call you guys walkers. But you know, we can do all this stuff. It's like the old days, but we're in a different setting. Wheelchairs, there's blind, there's different things going on. So it's camaraderie from the old days, but in a different way. It's just profound that they can, they realize they can do it again. So it's been a godsend.
To learn more about New York Outdoors Unlimited, go to their website, nyoutdoorsunlimited.com. And that's it for this edition of Need to Know Rochester. I'm Helen B. and Judy Hofer. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for supporting news and public affairs programming on WXXI. We will see you next Thursday night at 8 o'clock right here on WXXI TV.